Yeah.
in a tie. I
Yeah.
can't believe you don't have facts about puffins. I'm so mad. Go ahead.
And I'm like, Mr. President, here's the football.
All right, I am demanding the next gravy garnish is dedicated to the Icelandic puffins
Just
because
puffins?
you
Yeah,
dropped
okay.
the ball. I love you. You've done
And-
a great job with this.
and
But
every-
oh my gosh.
Every fact is just like puffins.
Yeah. Next fact.
Fact number 6.
More puffins.
Webb's feet.
Fact number 8. See this fish? Eaten by a puffin.
This
Why are you
is
laughing,
weird.
Garrett?
This is weird because we have never just jumped in like we always dreamed about. But here we are. We just jumped in. We barely said hello and we're recording now.
We jumped in skull first in a 3-foot pool.
I was like, nothing went wrong. This feels strange. Actually, when I got in here just now, I turned on the light because you can see I have all this equipment that I use around me.
Yeah.
See this like soffit?
Yeah.
It was like in my way. So I was like, just freaking. And I just moved it out of the way. And then I sat down and it just goes, it just fell over.
Well, I'll tell you guys what's not falling over is this podcast anytime soon. So you might as well like and subscribe and give us a 5-star review because we're going nowhere.
We're in your life. Just accept it.
Forever.
You know what Mike told me? Mike Babbitt. Yeah.
What did he say?
Hey. He goes, I subscribed to Banter Gravy and now it won't stop coming on my car. He has it so that every time that he plugs his phone in, it goes to like the latest episode.
That's great. I'm so happy. That's awesome. That's so great.
He's forced to listen to our voices every day.
He's like driving away from a tornado and he turns on his radio. And it's like, so then they went down the Spanish steps. He's like, not now.
Not now.
Dear God, not the last thing I hear before I die.
I wanted it to be my wife's voice.
Yeah. Too late, sucker. It's Seth and Garrett.
It's us. Yeah.
Yeah. How you been, buddy? What's going on?
I've been good. I didn't reach out to you with any fury this week.
It's been great. I've been sitting on my couch because I'm not working at Kings Island anymore, and it's just been a week of nothingness.
And no moaning or whining from me.
Yeah, and I'm just like, wow, either Garrett's dead or he's resolved his issues.
Or he decided to deal with his problems like an adult.
Yeah.
When I give you my fury and unload on you, it's like the Death Star when it's like training its laser on Alderaan.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm standing there and it just slowly goes and starts panning over to you.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh wait, that's a person. And I'm just like, it's okay, he can handle it.
Yeah, yeah. You just have Shelby up in the Death Star and you're Tarkin and you have like Vader holding her. He's like, now where are, and you're like, now where are the coordinates? She's like, Tantive 5. It's on Tantive 5. And you're like, see, I told you, Vader, under enough pressure, she crack. All right, get ready to fire away. And I'm just in my garden like, why is there a laser on me right now? Like, well, it's like, you know, like a laser pointer. It's on my forehead.
And just like, oh God. And then the next shot is you've moved a rabbit in the way and it's pointed there and you're just like, oh, that's better. You're just like, keep removing clovers.
And like it vaporizes the rabbit and then it immediately pans to me. I'm like, what did you expect?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I have nothing to complain about. I'm alone.
Okay. Oh my dear God.
Pastor Kevin is on vacation.
Right. There's a lot to unpack here.
Pastor
So
Robin.
Audrey finally did it, didn't she?
Yeah, she pulled the trigger and moved across the bed.
Back to
When you're married, the furthest you can get is the couch.
That is so flipping true.
But most of the time when you're mad, you're too lazy, so the best you can do is flip to the head of the bed so you're facing the other way by the feet.
Yeah, so you just smell
I'm
my
not
feet
sleeping next to you.
Yeah, it's like I'm not sleeping next to you willingly. Well, to pull the curtain back a little bit on Garrett's bedroom, they have a California king size bed, ladies and gentlemen. So you can get pretty far apart.
Sometimes
that's not what you told me.
Sometimes it's too small.
You once told me, Garrett gave me some really sound advice for once, and it happened as I was getting married.
Never leave your queen bed.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's exactly what you said. And I tell
Yeah.
people all the time, they're like,
Don't do it.
yeah, I have a king size bed. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably pretty inconvenient when you go to hotels, huh?
Yeah.
Or like go stay at places because you don't have a queen.
There's
So,
a necessary ingredient for a good life, and it's called contentment.
oh,
What did you
I
think
thought
it
it
was going to be?
nicotine. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, so Pastor Kevin and Pastor Robin are gone on vacation.
Okay.
Pastor Matt is on sabbatical, so he's gone for 5 weeks. Pastor
Okay.
Jesse decided to take a vacation.
From evangelizing? Oh, who are we
Yeah,
kidding? It's a missions
Oh,
trip.
so now I'm doing it all. So now there's that to tell you about.
Oh my
But
good God.
Pastor Caleb is on a missions trip.
Okay.
Um, he he for some reason decided to strong arm Pastor Steve into going with him, who's our maintenance professional, and our
Archer?
yeah, Steve
Okay.
Archer,
Yeah.
who's our maintenance guy and also the middle school pastor.
Okay.
Um, and this was the week that we're repaving the entire parking lot and changing every security camera,
Oh,
all
fun.
19 security cameras in the building. And
That's
he's not
good.
here. I'm here.
Oh, great. Good.
Um,
Yeah.
who else
So
is
no,
there?
so is so
Pastor
like
Israel doesn't work on site.
so okay, is
So it is me
are you
handling
haunting the building
everything.
right now? Like that's what I'm kind of getting out of this conversation.
There's just the interns are just like, oh, don't look over there. It's a spooky ghost. And I'm just floating.
Yeah.
And Piper just leans in and she's like, no, that's just his regular skin.
I
And I'm hanging from a wire. I'm
I
like,
picture
can I get some help?
I picture Sam and Frodo from Lord of the Rings going through the building,
Yeah.
trying to like find a way to destroy the ring. And you just hear pitter patting and they look and you just hear like a pitter patter go that way. And then you hear something else, they look and something goes that way. And you just peer behind them
Yeah.
looking like Gollum, but it's just you in a flannel and you're sick. You're like, my precious.
And
Like,
it's my Telecaster.
yeah. And you just grab the guitar. You're like, what? I have to practice.
So I'm monitoring all of the upgrades, the
Oh,
parking
good.
lot situation, and I've gone in the last 2 days. I've gone to see two dying people who are days away from death. And
You mean three because you're on this podcast now.
yeah, monitoring the slow heart rate of this podcast is very. It takes a long time.
You just slip a wafer in the disk drive of your computer.
I went over and I had to think for a minute because I do have experience with this, but it's been a while, and I did go to school for it too. So
To
I'm
like how to
they
console
have
people
little
who are
guidelines.
dying?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Really?
like in your Bible school classes, they put stuff like that in there. So I'm like going through my notes. I'm like, oh, what do I do? Like what? No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. But yeah,
You're
no, it's
like,
just
don't.
weird because it's
Mhm.
usually I'm fixing things like I'm strangling myself with cables. I'm trying to like break into the IT like firmware like, and now I'm like counseling people whose like spouses are dying, and it's just like, oh, this is what a pastor's being like. I forgot.
Yeah, it's not you. You like walking with a Hawaiian shirt on and sunglasses. You're like, hey, I'm the fun pastor.
Yeah.
You're like, get out,
Yeah.
Garrett. I swear, if I'm on my deathbed and you walk in, I'm pulling the plug myself. I swear to God.
I'm just like, say my name.
I'm like,
And you're just like,
yeah, I just pull the plug. Like, never. And I pull it. I pull a plug and like I just start coughing up blood, but I have this big smile on my face.
Yeah.
And then I just look in the distance.
yeah.
And I'm just gone. Like,
And I wheel in all of these medical professionals, and I'm like,
yeah.
bring him back.
I actually,
And they like
my
start doing
gosh.
resuscitation.
They do
and
the
you just
whole
wake up
Darth.
and you're like, oh, dang it, Mitchell.
I was gonna say they do the whole Darth Vader thing, where it's like me on the bed and they're messing with my legs. I'm like, ugh!
Yeah.
You're there with like a hood on, like
you come back to life, and I'm like, not on my watch. And then I lean in and I'm just like, the end.
no,
In full accord, and you're like,
Do you think they gave Vader that suit because the galactic economy was down, making the transition from Republic to Empire?
yeah.
Well, the price of
people.
steel has gone up way too much. So
He starts threatening people, and he's like trying to choke them, and he can't do it. And he's just like, "What is up with the Force in this?"
yeah,
just like,
I can imagine him like, why couldn't you have chosen a better suit for me? And then he walks out and he sees the Death Star being built, and he sees like a little metallic suit that was for him fly towards it to be put on it.
yeah. he's he's pressing he's pressing buttons on his like little, those like that little panel of buttons, and
Yes.
he's just like, They're not working. What does this one do?" And then it just goes to a shot of Jabba's palace, and it just goes, it just explodes.
It's just a microwave with like a Vader helmet on top of it. It's
Yeah.
ding. It's like, oh, thank God. Now Jabba's popcorn's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful to these families going through grief,
No,
but,
we have
um,
to. Garrett and I like
yeah.
to laugh in the face of
What's
death.
been I will finish that by saying, like, they are believers.
Okay.
So it's really nice, because when you go in to counsel these families, it's like the whole point is turn their thoughts away from hopelessness of like they just got the bad doctor report, to
Yeah.
like replace it with the hope of eternal glory. You know what I mean? So like being with Jesus. So
Sure.
it's actually an easy task if if you know scripture, and you're a friendly person and you're comforting.
I did one of
Which I'm
those
not,
with
none
my.
of those.
I did one of those visits with Mike Hattinger.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yes, I
that's cool.
did.
Yeah, he
Mike
took
and
you
I.
along.
I stowed away in his car and wouldn't stop hanging out with him.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember. I think I
They're
was.
just like, he's just
I
like,
think I
it's
was an
gonna be
intern.
okay, and then your trunk just goes, "Tsk-gung,"
Yeah.
and you're like,
And then the narrator just voiced over. It was not okay. No, you weren't here when we had a lady who would sing for us at church named Anne Marie.
"Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I know
So
Marco."
yeah, Marco, exactly. So she had her unfortunate, heart attack that was fatal. But she
Our
lingered
our
on for a little bit.
our playground is named after her.
Oh my
There's a little plaque that
gosh.
says Anne Marie.
I'm convinced had she lived, I would have been a teacher in Northeast Ohio, by the way.
You would have stayed here if she hadn't passed
I
away.
think it would have happened because I would have been her student teacher at Bay Village. Because I
You
was going to be her student teacher at Bay Village.
you would have been a teacher, but it would have been classes in veterinarianology, teaching people how to love cats.
It's like, how many hearts was this dog supposed to have? One. Well, it has 3 now. Yeah, she was supposed to be my mentor teacher at Bay Village, and then she passed away. And then I unfortunately ended up at a different school, and we didn't get along. And then
the path of your life took the right course. I'm convinced of it.
Did it?
Yeah, it did.
Maybe.
It definitely did.
Yeah.
So how are you doing? I asked, we were discussing how to like record 2 episodes this week, and we were like discussing ideas, and Seth just sends me a thing. He's like, I don't know, let me check my schedule, and he just sent me a picture. It was just nothing.
A
Monday
blank
through
week
Friday
on my calendar.
Yeah.
This is
Like,
the only
I think I could squeeze it in.
this is the only week of summer I've had where like I've had nothing.
Now that Shelby has released you from your prison
of
dispatching.
So like I was about to say I didn't remember what day it was.
That's wonderful. You deserve
it
that.
was like 2:05, 2:10. I'm like, I think I'm supposed to do something today. And then I get a text from Gary, yo, and I'm like, oh, it's Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah.
and here we are.
So you're saying right now that I don't have to be here. I could have just not texted you and been doing something else right now.
100%, man. I had Mario Kart World on. I was playing my Switch too, and I'm like, and I hear, and I'm like,
I thought about playing drums and canceling on you.
That's so funny.
And then I was like, be a grown up.
I literally told myself, I'm like, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I kept playing.
What was the worst emergency dispatch you had during your time at Kings Island?
I knew you were going to ask me this.
Yeah.
And I can actually answer this now. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, each and every one of you biscuits, the story of the emergency shelter-in-place text message that went out to everybody's phones in southwestern Ohio.
You know that episode of SpongeBob where he's with the Mermaid King?
Yes.
And he's like, your reward will be great. Behold.
And he opens it, and it's this guy showering.
And it's a groundhog on a roller coaster, and just goes.
Gets
Whoopsies.
hit. And then he closes it. He's like, this reward. And it's literally just
behold.
dumpsters overflowing. So on
this
Saturday,
happened recently.
Yes, it was freaking wild. And it was my last day doing emergency dispatch at Kings Island. And I thought, boy, I would like this to be pleasant with no problems.
Why did Why did God save it for the last day? That
Because
makes no sense.
that's what he always does, man. I am of the mindset and the philosophy of it's never over till it's over.
Uh-huh.
And even then you have to allow an epilogue.
Yeah.
So Saturday rolls around and I'm working noon to 7, and that's pretty much my entire day gone, and it's my last long shift. I'm like, thank you God in heaven, it's almost over. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna sit down, the weather's nice, so I'm gonna work pretty hard. I bet I'm gonna play Clash of Clans and I'm gonna leave,
Yeah.
and nothing is going to change that.
You're like this. You're like the senior who thinks they're getting off scot-free in the last week, and then their teacher brings in like a dissertation and is like, "You can't graduate unless you do this."
That actually happened to me. Yeah, that's my senior paper. And so I'm sitting there, and it was a pretty hectic morning. Like, well, I say morning. I started at 12. It was pretty hectic. Like half an hour from 12 to 12:30. We're getting
Okay.
phone calls. We're getting this stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's only been half an hour. This is freaking wild.
Children being
But
lost, people having
yeah,
seizures.
Garrett not attacking in Clash of Clans, all that
Yeah.
good stuff. So I'm just like, we're going to be fine. This day's actually going to go by quicker now, I bet, because I'm so busy. And then everybody's phone at the exact same time, at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. No, I get it. We all get the same text message at the same time.
Yeah.
And at first, it's like that Amber Alert tone. So I'm like, okay, there's probably someone in a
Oh.
vehicle who has a child.
Nothing is more panic-inducing than that freaking sound.
Yeah,
Because it happens
especially
with every phone in the room.
well, in Missouri, back when I lived in St. Louis, whenever there's a tornado near, you know how like the TVs back then would be sound like dial up? They go,
Yeah. Can I recreate it real quick?
Oh, please don't.
It's just everyone's just sitting watching Full House on their TV, and it
Yeah.
goes. Every single phone.
And they all went off, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, this is clearly an Amber Alert. Thank God, because we haven't heard from Amber Heard in forever. So thank God there's finally an alert about her.
I think it's an actual girl. Right?
Yeah,
Named after the actual first missing girl.
I don't
of the tone.
remember the I don't remember the history of that, but
it's cool that we actually know the tone.
and then
That says something.
and then I look down, and all of a sudden I hear what, and I'm like, huh? And I'm like, that can't be good. And I take my phone, and it says, shelter in place, find safety indoors immediately.
And then you put your phone in your pocket and said, whatever, it happens all the time.
Yeah, I said, I literally did that though.
Yes,
I said,
that's what I do.
Who cares?
Yeah.
But not everybody was of the same disposition. And we were getting 30 phone calls all at once throughout the park headed towards the communication center. People like, what does this text message mean? What the heck's going on? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
What is happening? People texting us on the texting thing like, what does this shelter in place thing mean? And someone was like, it's the Russians.
Yeah.
Like everybody was freaking out.
Yeah.
It just so happens that this text alert went out to like multiple counties in this area.
Yeah.
I kid you not.
You're like, this is fine. And then it cuts to a shot of Shelby, and she's like this up against the wall, but the house is spinning around in a tornado.
Yeah. she's like, the witch told me to click my heels 3 times.
And then a bike tire just starts coming into frame in the window.
Yeah.
And
it's you.
Me, but I have the glasses on with the nose and the mustache.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I'm
going to get your pretty little cats too.
And then you look directly at the camera. You're like, this is the only role they could have given me.
Yeah.
So there was this giant shelter in place alert for like Southwest Ohio.
Yeah.
And we're all thinking like, is there a terrorist attack? Like, no lie, dude. Like, we're freaking out. And it hit like Warren County, Hamilton, Blair, Montgomery. Like, there's a bunch of like counties apparently, from what I heard.
I think I saw the news of this.
Mm-hmm.
I know what's about to happen.
And it all happened in the first hour of my last shift of Kings Island. Yeah. So everybody, they're barricading the rides. They're sheltering in place. People are panicking. I kid you not. And then we get another message saying, please disregard the last message. It went out to all the counties.
Oh my God.
Unless you're in Deerfield Township.
It was an intern. An intern leaned and hit their elbow accidentally on the wrong button.
So apparently what happened was there was a SWAT team standoff or something like that in Deerfield Township in Ohio.
Oh, so something did happen. Something happened. It wasn't
No,
nothing.
and rather than telling the little town shelter in place, Do not leave your homes. Find shelter immediately.
It's not
It
real.
went to a bunch of different counties in the
Yeah.
Cincinnati area. And everybody is freaking out, calling Kings Island. And here was the issue, dude. We could not get a hold of county
Oh, okay.
because we also had somebody in the first aid station next door experiencing heart attack like symptoms.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're trying to call the county, but their phones were all jacked up.
Oh, gotcha.
So we couldn't, like, and everything turned out to be okay.
Straighten out the communication because
Yeah.
it had already
Every-
everything.
Everything turned out to be okay, but you literally had somebody potentially having a heart attack and we couldn't get a hold of like 911.
Yeah.
And then even when they were trying to calm everyone down saying, please disregard, they had like a typo on it. Too. Like it was the most.
You shall.
Oh my gosh.
When 1/3 of the country is dead, you can emerge from your homes.
Yeah. I'm like, are the interns
rest
at
of you
Garrett's
can
church
survive.
doing this right now? Like, what is going on? Like,
What if there was a Viking ship that was slowly rowing up to Plymouth Rock, and the people in Virginia or wherever the heck it is were like, "Oh gosh, it's been a while since we've seen these guys." Like, it's probably fine. They'll never make shore. And then we pop our heads out and we have those horns with like those helmets with the
Yeah.
horns.
yeah.
And suddenly it just pans out to the whole United States and it's like,
Yeah. So needless to say, my last, and then I looked after it was like all over and I was like, all right, please disregard, the situation is under control. So we got 3 messages. I looked, it said 12:50. I had until
okay,
7.
yeah.
I'm just like, I just turned to someone. I'm like, wow, some first hour, huh?
It's like we got our emergency out of the way for the day.
They also had me
Yeah.
stay till 8:00 on my last shift. On the last day,
What?
they had me stay an hour later. Like, Seth, do you think you can stay another hour? And I'm just like, in my head,
Did you go inside your purse and go like, what am I looking for? And then you pull out a middle finger.
yeah, I literally
You're
had,
like, oh, this is what I was looking for.
I literally had Garrett the shoulder angel and then Seth the shoulder devil pop up on his
Yeah.
shoulder. And you're like, no, stay, come on. I'm like, they're making me do it another hour. And you're like, so what? I'm like, it's my last
Come on.
day. And you like break your
Finish
harp
strong.
and you're like, what? Garrett,
Welcome
it is
back to How Are You Doing Part 2.
it is that time. Garrett, it is that time of the year again where
The
I
Cheeto
feel my
eating
days
contest?
are
It's
okay.
already
it is
here?
It is that time and also another time. I'm feeling the days of my summer dwindling. I'm hearing the sharpening of pencils in the
Yeah.
distance.
I love summer week vacation.
Yeah, this summer week vacation has been something else. It's gone by so fast. I mean,
I love summer week.
yeah,
My favorite.
Wow, I love all of that summer week.
Yeah. So how are you preparing? You're organizing your medication?
They lots and lots of Xanax. They finally opened the school back up to the staff because they were waxing the floors and stuff. For
You're
like,
not allowed in there for that?
yeah, we can't. Are you kidding me, dude? like I
feel
know
like you
I
should have
won't,
run of the place.
but there are definitely people who would. I mean, I have no one in mind, but I'm sure there would be people who would screw that up, and I'm sure that's why they say you can't be in until the 26th.
If you had a run of the place, the principal would walk in and discover you leading a Lord of the Rings convention.
Yeah, and we're
And-
like,
And if it were me, he would walk in and everyone would be a ball pit.
okay, number 1, you sexist bigot. My principal's a woman.
Yeah.
Number
okay.
2, that is spot on accurate.
Yeah.
would walk in and be like, all right, well, let's just take a walk through the cafeteria. And I open the door and just, yeah,
And I'm like, I checked for snakes. There's none.
yeah. You just come sliding out with it. You're like, hey.
Can I get a Big Mac?
Yeah. Gosh, I can hate you. Yeah, back to school has been like preparation is always like it always gives me the tumblies. It always gives me the heebie-jeebies, like not in a bad way, but just because like in 2 weeks' time, in less than 2 weeks' time, you will be responsible for the lives of 80 children.
Yeah, and the time is dwindling down and nearing
I
closer.
I I'm trying to prep because what's happening now is we have new curriculum, so I have to like learn the new curriculum, what's going on, what can I use, what how am I going to use this, and then they trusted me to teach an honors course as well.
Oh,
Um, and I'm obviously qualified for it and everything, but
yeah.
this is my first time I've ever taught honors, so I have two different preps I need to be doing, one for my normal class and then one for my honors class,
Hmm.
and I'm just like, how?
What's the subject? Bowling, honors PE.
I'm teaching my normal class how to bowl. I'm like, take the ball, put it between your legs, and roll it.
Yeah,
And I'm teaching the honors class, and I go and I like bowl, and my leg like goes behind my other
yeah,
leg, and it spins near the gutter, and then just goes right in the middle.
yeah.
Any questions?
They're like, this ball is called England, and down at the other end is India, Australia,
The United
the Cook
States.
Islands.
Yeah. Canada.
Now throw it.
Okay. Why can't I ever hit the USA ball? Because we're the greatest pin on earth.
Yeah, because that pin is glued to the floor and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah. They go to hit it every time the bowling ball keeps cracking in half every time
Yeah.
it goes to hit.
And that glue is called KFC.
The United States bowling pin just takes out a like Glock. It's like easy there.
Yeah. So
So
what's the course that you're teaching? What's the subject?
English language arts. So I'm
Master
teaching kids
honors.
honors and regular reading and writing and all the stuff that goes with grammar, vocabulary.
Do they call it regular?
Um,
You're like, all right, regular class. I guess we'll try to teach you something today. Like, open your books. Books are a thing that you can open and read.
yeah. Kid just immediately put. I mean, this happens, man. And then I'll have a
You
kid
turn and
immediately
it's me just going,
yeah, I just hit. I'm like, get him out of here. Get him out of here now. I have kids every year because I actually teach three classes,
Yeah.
gifted, honors, and regular. Gifted is I use the same type of materials I would use for my regular one. I'll just like give it a little bit more depth. My honors one, I totally do it differently just because like the gifted kids are the ones because all the honors kids are gifted, but not everybody in my gifted class should be in honors. So like in my
Gotcha.
gifted class, there's like a cluster, like maybe 7 or 8 kids who are gifted and they didn't want to do honors,
yeah,
but they're
right.
still identified as gifted. So like I will give them like more in
Well,
depth.
are they really gifted then if they didn't want to do honors? I mean,
Oh, for sure, dude. Like here's
who's
the
to
thing.
say?
Well, they get now. This is something that teachers that we do seriously talk about is like, okay, so you're identified as gifted in the 3rd grade, but a lot can change between 3rd grade and 7th grade. You know what I mean? Like you could become even more gifted, or they say, hey, Johnny, you're gifted. And then he's like, oh, that means I don't have to try as hard. And then he starts slacking and then he ends up just like not gifted anymore.
Yeah.
So I contend that they should have like a re-gifted like testing session and identify kids in the 6th grade again, just so we can like truly like figure
Redo
it's
it.
like I'll have gifted kids who have been saying that they're gifted, but then they don't do the work from 3rd grade to like 7th, and then they're just average or even below average again. And it's just like, okay, so like I'm giving you the stuff, but you can't handle it.
Yeah.
So it's a good time. I'm enjoying it, but like my issue is, and it's you're gonna think I'm so dumb. I was unable okay, it's July and I've been looking at this since April. I have not been able to find the tests for these like texts that we read. I'm like, where it's like during every sort of vehicle malfunction you ever have when you go into the trunk and no tools. Every time I go to check, because I'll like at once a week over the summer, I'm like, all right, this is the day I find the tests. Oh, seriously, man, no tests?
Yeah.
Like I'm like
where the heck are they?
I'm like, where is this?
Yeah.
And finally, I feel so dumb. I'm just going today and I'm going scorched earth. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
The assessments.
Yeah.
It's like they'll give like a small little assessment practice at the end of each text that you'll read, which is like 3 questions. I'm like, but this isn't good enough.
Did Shelby throw them away when she cleaned out your basement for you?
This is all digital. This is all
Oh, okay.
digital. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, 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 yeah. We're in
Which,
2025 now, Garrett.
by the way, I got the greatest soundbite of all time from that video, and here it is, right here.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the one where you're going,
Oh my god!
"Oh my gosh!"
Yeah.
when you go, when Shelby revealed that she cleaned out the whole basement for you, and it was so sweet.
Yeah.
There's a video online somewhere of Seth walking around in amazement at his brand new basement that's like all clean and
Yeah.
perfect. And I was
Yeah.
like, wow, he really won the
Un-
lottery with that one.
Unfinished but still gorgeous basement.
Yeah.
And I'm like going scorched earth on this. Like, I'm like, I swear to God, if I can't find these
Yeah.
assessments, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah. My
And
freaking mind.
And exactly like Andy
the
from The
garbage can.
Office. And
Yeah.
all I had to do, Garrett, was scroll down a little bit
Further. Yeah. Yeah.
for the past 3 to 4 months.
Yes. And how many
had to
times have you tried to look for
to
it?
like a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself like, and I'm gonna be teaching honors class. All right.
I actually know how you feel. Remember when I showed you that I couldn't find the Banter Gravy music folder on my computer and it was just down below?
No.
You remember that? You were in my
Yes,
office.
I do.
And
Yes, yes, I do. Yeah.
And I was like, watch this. And I deleted it. And you're like, what? And I was like,
Yeah.
no, I have a copy. And I copied
Yeah.
it over here or whatever. And I pulled the new files in.
Sure.
And you just saw the file just go.
Yeah. It just
down.
drops down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's so aggravating because it's like I could have probably got a doctorate in the time that but instead I have nothing.
But like, do you have any stories like preparing to go back to school again? Like as a student, from a student perspective?
Here's my story. I had kids and that was the end of that ridiculous pipe dream.
No. Wait, I'm not talking about post-secondary education. I'm not talking about college. I'm talking about back when you were in school.
Oh,
Elementary, middle.
Yeah.
Oh my dear God. High school, like
summer
summer's
vacations.
ending. Yeah.
Not really.
Like, do you
I
have any
mean-
like, because like as a kid, it's so different. You're like, oh my gosh, like school's coming back again. Like, are you kidding me?
I had two different experiences as a kid coming back from school because I lived by Yosemite in the foothills when I was like younger.
Okay.
And then when I became a teenager, we moved to the Bay Area. So basically, the early part of my life was like summer vacation happened, and then because we lived on like a ranch with hundreds of acres, so my parents would bring me home, and I'd be like, "Okay, we'll see you later," and then like walk out into wilderness, and then it's like August 29th, and I walk back, and I'm just like, "Okay, let's do school."
you're like breathing heavily. You're like, I know what happened to the Donner Party.
Yeah. And then a human femur just falls out of my backpack. And I'm like,
You're
don't
like,
worry about that. Don't worry about that.
It wasn't good.
But then like the other experience was like as a teenager in the city with a car
Yeah.
and nothing to do.
Okay.
So
Did you always-
it's amazing that I'm not dead.
But you were homeschooled though, right? For the majority of the time.
Let's not do this. Let's not confuse
Okay,
everybody.
So
They're already confused enough by my life.
I think you were.
I went to like 17 different schools as a child.
That's right. Did you hate the structure? Like, did you like anticipate the structure and wanted it, or like were you like?
The only thing I know is that there's a camp of people who think I'm incredibly smart, and a camp of people who think I'm incredibly dumb, and neither of them agree.
And then there's me who knows the truth.
I was like flunking out of all my classes in school, and they didn't know what to do with me until I got like straight D's. And then I got accepted to a middle college program where you go to college instead of high school, and I got nothing but A's.
Interesting. So you and I are alike, because I don't thrive in an environment where I'm forced to like obviously besides my job, like I mean like a learning environment. Like I didn't thrive a lot of times because it's like, here's a bunch of different stuff, each varying in difficulty.
Yeah.
And you have to get to know it and you need to succeed. Like that didn't work for me, brother.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that because you're my friend and I know that you believe in it. I'm not gonna say that we should wipe the entire educational system off the face of the earth. I'm just saying I wouldn't mind.
You know, you and I are very similar because that's exactly how I feel about the Big C church.
Yeah, Right.
That's exactly how I feel about it. Like
We
that's funny.
we could go without it, but
I'm like,
yeah.
why don't we all go back to tiny, small, little churches and schools?
Yeah.
Stop treading on one another and then die of scarlet fever at 19.
With no pastors around.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It just didn't click with me, dude. Like school, like the classical education or whatever, like the normal high school experience did not make any sense to my brain. And it just didn't click. Like whatever they did not it didn't work in my brain. So but the second I started going to college and started actually caring about what I was learning,
Yes,
then
exact
I
same
actually,
way.
yeah.
I was the exact same way. So I
And
graduated.
it wasn't that like it was like stuff that I was going to use for my job. It was still like math.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And stuff that I wasn't going to ever use, but it made sense.
Yeah.
Like they would like describe to me like the reason why I needed to learn this stuff and why it would be helpful, and they would explain it in a way that I could actually follow. Or as
Right.
opposed to like in regular high school, they would just be like, do this, learn it. I don't care how you feel. And also none of it made sense to me. So it was like I couldn't even if I tried. Like I would study, and flunk the test. Like because I just didn't get it.
I had a similar but yet opposite experience. So like I didn't start doing well until I got to college either. I graduated high school with a 2.7 GPA. That is as C as a GPA.
Yes,
as a C
which
can
still
be.
boggles my brain because
Yeah.
you're so smart.
And then I graduated with my master's with a 4.0, and then my bachelor's was a 3.85. Like
Yes.
and it's because it's the opposite of your experience, but it's the same. It's kind of the same at the same time. My high school teachers kept saying, "You need to know this. You need to know this. Here's why. Here's why. Here's why this is important." And with me, I'm like, but if I don't find value in what you're telling me, then you're never going to convince me.
Yeah.
In college, I got there, and most of my professors, were like, "This is important. If you want to know more, continue to come to class."
Yeah.
And
that
yeah,
challenged you.
this is like you will succeed or fail based on you. The penalty will be your money. The reward will be the rest of your life. And I'm like, I can buy
The
into
lunch
that.
breaks will be short.
Yes, I'm like, I can totally buy into that. And plus, like, I'm not being bombarded with like 7 to 8 different type of contents, right? Because in high school, it's like Spanish and science and math and this type of math too.
Yes, great point. You have to switch modes 8 freaking times a day
In one day, and you're there at like 7 in the morning.
And in the middle of it, you have to climb a rope and or go swimming.
Yeah, I didn't do either of that, but yeah.
I fell off the rope into the pool.
That's awesome. You're like, spring break.
They're like, it's November 3rd.
Yeah. So I that's why I struggled so much, is because like, all right, you're learning geometry. Okay, now here's the history of the United States. Sweet. All right, now you're back to writing big essays. Ah, crap.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna have to learn the periodic table. I'm like, wait, hold on. I'm still stuck on the essay in language arts. Wait, my brain's still over there. And then it'd be like 3:00, and you're like, oh my gosh, that was one day, and I have all this homework, and I don't get it. So needless to say, that was a big roundabout saying, as an adult, I get more excited coming back to school. Number one, because it's my job. But two, because like I really get like such a great feeling of, and it's multi-layered. My routine's coming back, my structure's coming back. Seizures. Yeah, not reporting seizures at Kings Island, not receiving a giant shelter-in-place message, and yeah.
Well, you just love middle schoolers. Like you love like seeing their knowledge expand. Like you have a passion for it, like a passion for teaching that age group.
When the light bulb, you literally see it, like, and I see like 80 kids work start somewhere and end somewhere. You see it progress, but then there was always that I call it the popcorn kernel moment, where they have a car goes poof. Yeah. And it's like, there it is.
Yeah.
You just see whoof, like right there. And like right there at that moment during that lesson, you can trace back to like this week right here. This is when it happened for them. Yeah. It makes me so happy. Yeah. Like I get so ecstatic.
We're all sitting in a row of desks, and it's all of your students and then me at the end. And it's like light bulbs going. And then it gets to me, and it's just like a disco ball.
And it's just spinning.
And it's like,
I'm like, Mr. Gixel, can you please come and join me out in the hallway real quick? And you're like, hey, what's up? And I just give you a coloring book. I'm like, sit down.
And you take out the coloring book, and I'm like, it's a smile. And then it just cuts to a shot of the door frame with like the window, and you're just beating me with it.
Yeah. And the kid walks by to see it going up and down. Yeah, it's just,
you walk into class and your tie's all like disheveled, and you're like, oh, Okay,
I'm like, all
you
right,
can't bother us anymore.
yeah, Garrett will be back tomorrow. Maybe.
Okay, so I'm excited about this segment because we've been doing Garnish a lot less lately. And this particular subject was so interesting because this is the first time that I looked up facts about this thing. And usually I have to like scroll through hundreds of them, and I find
Right.
like 7 good ones out of 100. This is
Right.
the first time that I chose every fact I found.
Is this about Hulk Hogan?
No, it was
Oh.
like I typed in facts, different websites or whatever, and every time I read the first thing, immediately I was like, well, that's in.
Yeah,
So
that's
it went by,
great.
I did in like a half hour.
I can't believe we didn't do one on Hulk Hogan. He just passed away.
I know, brother.
Oh, yeah, but it's also he wasn't a perfect man. Maybe it's not time yet. I don't know.
We need to do a whole episode on everybody who died during
in July.
the last episode we recorded.
Yeah, seriously, dude. Since we recorded last, who was what was the guy's name from the Cosby Show?
Ozzy Osbourne.
No. There's Ozzy Osbourne, but then the guy from the I hate you. The guy from
Theodore?
the Cosby Show. Yeah, and then Hulk Hogan. Like all three of them in 1 week.
Yeah, so we finished recording last time. Enormous bunny trail, and I don't care. Sorry, Luke Archer. We stopped recording. We had a whole episode that turned into an ER episode with like all of our stories about like people who were like hospitalized.
Yeah.
And then Seth texts me and he's just like, Ozzy Osbourne died.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Like while we were recording? And you're like, yes. And then it was like an avalanche of celebrities. You know how they say it like happens in threes?
In threes. Yeah.
It was like 7.
Yeah, like the big three, Theodore from Cosby Show, Ozzy, and Hulk, but there are like 5 others.
Yeah.
That like baseball player, I think, like an actress from like the 40s or 50s. Like it was a good amount of people.
Can't wait to get off here and see who died.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, today we're talking about the smaller of the North Atlantic dynamic duo, the Viking victory Vinyasa, the land of fire and ice. Ingen Verder Abaren Biskop.
Oh my gosh.
That's right, folks. Grab a parka, get ready to slather mud all over yourself from that blue lagoon, jump on your tiny horse, and watch for Northern Lights, because today we're discussing 8 really weird, odd, fascinating facts about Iceland.
Iceland. I thought you were going to say Vikings.
No.
So I felt
why would you slather mud all over yourself for
because
Vikings?
they were always dirty. I'm like, no, all this checks out. All this checks out. I could see that.
Yeah.
Well, they did go to Iceland and stuff, so I'm not too far off. I'm sure there'll be cultural cross references here.
Yeah. I'm excited. This was cool. I literally found all these facts in a row.
Great.
Okay, Iceland. That thing on that map.
Okay.
Green one.
Please don't ever teach geography. Okay, Mexico. That thing on that map.
There's tacos. I don't know.
Oh
Just
my
go check
gosh.
it out.
Surprised we haven't done one on Mexico yet. Go ahead. Yeah.
You better bring a rope because there's a wall.
Oh no, they're not completely. Go ahead.
It's that slightly remote Nordic country, maxin', relaxin', all cool, on the other
Iceland.
side of the Northern Atlantic.
Yes.
Sort of slightly above England and to the left.
Yeah.
You hit the big white one, that's not it. That's Greenland. Tell me how that makes any freaking sense.
Did you hear the joke about how like someone's like 1,025 years later and Trump's falling for it?
Yeah. Oh, right, because wasn't he trying to buy it?
Yeah, and Greenland's green. No, but seriously, Greenland's icy and Iceland's green. And like he really was, you don't hear him talking about it anymore because there was this thing that went around that saying Trump has fallen for the old Viking switcheroo, and then he stopped talking about it.
Right, it just went away. Yeah.
Are you thinking that maybe
I don't know what's going on with that. person.
Maybe he was like, wait a minit, it is just ice anyway?
I'm waiting until I'm 80 and I can watch the PBS documentary about Trump to make a decision.
You can't because he defunded that.
Oh, right.
Good God, Garrett, come on, man.
But yeah, everyone remembers that moment as a kid where you see a globe and you're
Yes.
like, you see in it, it says Greenland and Iceland, and you're just like,
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Hold on.
Um, yeah. So before Vikings made it their cozy, wozy little home away from pillaging,
Don't ever say that again.
Iceland, Iceland was habitated around as late as the 8th century by Irish monks known as papas. Legend states that they
people
needed
find
a
it?
remote place in order to devote themselves fully to God.
Or
Bull crap.
whoever their god was. Yeah,
They
whatever
just wanted
pagan
to-
religion. They
They just wanted to
drink.
get away from the people of the church.
They're like, is your wife mad at you? Yeah. Is your wife mad at you? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Let's
go.
go to Greenland.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go to Iceland.
Yeah. Right.
Let's get
oh,
outta
dang
here.
it.
See, it happened to you.
I dyslexiated it.
Vikings. It's not dyslexia. That's reading words backwards, Garrett. It's not dyslexia.
Fact number 2. Iceland is one of those few places on Earth with virtually no mosquitoes.
Say what?
It has virtually no mosquitoes. And I think
There's like one flying around. We
Yeah.
said virtually.
Yeah. Iceland is so strict on their breeding of Icelandic horses, a breed of slightly smaller horses, which is all they are.
Ponies.
Yeah. Comparatively to normal horses, that once an Icelandic horse leaves, it can never return,
Really?
which I think is kind of harsh.
How would it leave? It's surrounded by water. Where is it going?
I mean, if it ever is shipped out somewhere, like it can't be
My
shipped home.
brother horses, I'm leaving for America.
They're like, "Slående gående skjøte vundet."
Yeah, that's all you hear.
And
It's
he's
like
like-
subtitled. Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah. They're like, you must be careful, stallion. Once you leave, you'll never come back. He's like, because you guys won't accept me because I've been westernized. And the
Yeah.
other horse is like, you'll see, you'll see. And then the horse
Yeah.
is like, all right, I'm leaving. Goes in the water. He's like, he's like drowning. They're like, that's why
Try
he'll
a
never come
boat,
back.
Slående
Yeah.
gående.
This is why we never come back to Durgan.
And then it just cuts to a shot, and that same horse is being
Yeah.
ridden by a Native American with feathers, and he's just like,
Right.
"Gosh dang it!"
Yeah. Please tell me, don't spoil like the facts if you're gonna go here, but please tell me we're gonna talk about the puffins eventually.
Nope.
Oh, Garrett, you can't talk about Iceland without the puffins.
You know what? I did 8 facts in a row, and I didn't reject any of them.
Puffins, dude. All right, all right.
How about puffins on number 2?
fact here. Oh yes, we'll go to number 2. Go ahead.
And I can say that now because I actually have returned, like a
Okay.
dog returning to its own vomit.
Yeah,
I have
didn't-
returned.
We didn't
twice.
want to hear that. Nobody wanted to hear it twice.
Fact number 3. The Icelandic language is the only language that still includes the letter thorn. Don't know what I'm talking about, you uneducated swine?
You've always wanted to say that.
Thorn has a letter that's borrowed from the dead language of Latin,
Oh, fun.
and it's the only live language that still exists
My
with that letter in it.
my nieces and nephews, whom I love, a few of them, with I'm not going to say the names, but a few of them learn Latin and homeschool like curriculum, and they're like, yeah, we know Latin, and I'm like, great, what country speaks that?
Yeah.
Like, awesome,
The Pope,
like.
and you're like,
sweet.
nope, wrong again.
Yeah, I'm like, you can read ancient biblical texts that have already been thoroughly examined. Like, great, wonderful.
Great, they could have really used you at Alexandria.
Wow, are you going to do anything with it? No. All right. Yeah.
It's like
kinda
Klingon is more useful than Latin is
listen,
right now.
listen. Some of my family members on my wife's side, because I only have one nephew and he's one, they listen to this, and I love you guys to death. But sometimes you do goofy things.
Oh, I thought that's all you were gonna say.
No, and I
You're like,
love you
"And I
guys
love
to
you."
death.
Fact
Anyway,
number-
yeah. They're great people. They just astound me sometimes with like just things. I'm
Spending
like,
all of that time
all
when you
right.
could have been learning something that you could actually use somewhere else.
yeah. I'm like, what about wood
German.
shop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fact number 3. Oddly, for a Western nation, the
We just
majority
did fact number 3.
Did I?
This is 4.
Fact number 4. So there's 9
Okay.
facts.
Oh my gosh. This is what it's like going
I'm
through
look-
Willy Wonka's factory right now. Dude.
I'm looking
Like-
at it right now. It says 3, and then the next stanza 3.
Next one's like 3, but again.
Remember, I didn't go to college, so apparently can't count. Fact number 4. Oddly, for a Western nation, the majority of Icelanders, um, Icelanders,
Icelandians,
Icelandiers,
Icelanders,
Ices,
Icelanders,
vanilla ices.
Narnia.
Stop, collaborate, and freeze.
Yeah, Queen's back with all these bees. Go ahead.
They do not have family last names. Instead, last names in Iceland are usually patronic.
Spell it.
We'll be
Sound it
we'll
out.
be
This
right
is a
back.
tough one. This is just like Dumb and Dumber. He's like, that's a tough one. Sound out. Very good.
Patronymic. Patronymic.
Patronymic. Let's just
Yeah.
patronymic.
Yeah, that's closer.
So why might be silent? I don't
Formed
know.
by the name. I'm gonna
This is
take
why
a
we
break
fought for our
and
independence.
put in the correct pronunciation here.
Okay.
Formed by the name of the father, followed by the word datir, which means son.
Wait,
So
daughter means son?
So yes, this is Greenland. Remember where everything's reverse. Iceland. and
Everything is
Greenland.
backwards in Greenland. Like you go to put on pants and you're like wearing them normally. How here
Yeah.
they're all like, flip those pants around, sir.
They're like, how are you supposed to put things in your back pockets?
Yeah.
Like, so you're admitting that they're back pockets.
Yeah.
Of course we are. Where do you think you are?
Yeah. Gosh,
So
what's
my
happening?
Icelandic name would be Michael Son.
Oh,
Because it's like it's immediately followed by the word for son, which is datir,
but why Michael?
because that's my dad's name.
Oh,
So it's their first
it's
name
almost like
followed by
son of
son.
Michael. It's almost
Yeah.
like son of Michael, Michael's son. So I'd be Kenneth's son.
But there's other mnemonic inputs into it that that glean from your family history that they insert in there, because otherwise every person would be Michael's son.
Oh,
So they
yes.
have to introduce new input every once in a while.
They go up to people and be like, oh, yes, one who shoplifts.
Yeah. And it would be me, but I'm a Native American and just like,
Yeah.
Sushi eating critic.
Yeah.
You've returned to your native homeland.
Yes. One who stuffs Big Macs.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to need to see your president.
Yeah. It's just a puffin.
Yeah.
In a tie. I
Yeah.
can't believe you don't have facts about puffins. I'm so mad. Go ahead.
And I'm like, Mr. President, here's the football.
All right. I am demanding the next gravy garnish is dedicated to the Icelandic puffin
Just
because
puffins?
you
Yeah,
dropped
okay.
the ball. I love you. You've done a
And-
great job with this.
and
But
every-
oh my gosh.
Every fact is just like, puffins.
Yeah. Next fact.
Fact number 6.
More puffins.
Pepsi.
Fact number 8. See this fish eaten by a puffin.
Oh, man. And I'm like, fact number 7. This is Seth's fault.
Yeah. And another puffin.
Not right now, Mr. Puffin.
Yeah. Okay.
Fact
Fact,
number
number
5. Beer was illegal in Iceland until 1989. And that's why it was so boring.
Yeah. Man, you shouldn't be giving those people alcohol. It's all depressing up there as
Yeah.
it is. Like,
Think that this was some sort of temperance movement and actually worked somehow this time? Think again, scholar. Beer was illegal because it was seen as a connecting point to Denmark, which was the no-no
What?
sauce in the ingredient of the recipe for Icelandic independence.
wow. Does Denmark drink? Yeah, then we won't.
Not.
Yeah. They're eating a really great snack and it says made in Denmark.
Yeah. and somebody just walks up and just walks behind him and just goes and breaks his neck.
Yeah.
And he just falls over dead. Just like, anyone else want to try it?
Yeah, the whole population ate these snacks from Denmark and then it was known as the day of vomiting.
Yeah.
What day was that? August 6th.
Do it now or you're banished to Greenland.
Yeah. Please no, it's not green over there. And they wear their pants backwards.
Fact number 6. In the 80-year history of Iceland's participation in the Olympics, Iceland has won a whopping 4 medals.
So happy. That's 4 more than you and I will ever win.
None of them gold.
Oh.
One of them
Was it all winter?
Is the coveted prize of no, they've never won a Winter Olympics medal.
Seriously?
It's all summer. One of them, the coveted prize of silver in handball,
Oh, what?
which is also the country's national sport.
I'm so confused. Oh, handball?
Have you ever even seen a handball game?
I know. What is it?
How do you play?
They just play catch. They're like, this is all it is.
They're like, they're like, and now we'd like to introduce like all the entire country of Iceland is gathered around a podium. And they're just like, and now we would like to introduce the national sport, handball.
And then you hear just nothing, and you hear a Frenchman go, "What the heck is that?"
Yeah. And this guillotine just goes down, and the head pops over, and they catch it, and they're just like, "You may all go return to your homes."
I don't understand. Why is it always the guillotine whenever we talk about France?
Because that's all they've invented.
That's all.
Besides democracy.
That's all they've ever really done that's memorable.
Baguettes.
I was gonna say baguettes. That's funny. Yeah, and that tower or something. Yeah, no, the Eiffel Tower.
Fact number 6. Bjork.
Uh-huh.
Fact number 7.
All right.
I wrote down Bjork. I just realized this happened. I wrote down Bjork, and I went to the internet to go look up a fact about Bjork.
Yeah.
And I saw something else, and I totally forgot until this moment.
You're so ADHD, I swear to God. This is the equivalent of falling down an Icelandic mountain, right?
I literally went from one notes page to the web page, and in that time, I forgot about Bjork.
You probably laughed hard at how funny it sounded, and then just moved on.
Yeah,
you're like, all right, Bjork.
I forgot until this moment that I didn't write anything about her. Okay.
Oh,
Fact number 6.
Person. It's a person.
Bjork is a singer, dude. You didn't know that? You thought I was just making noises?
I just move on to 8.
Fact number 7. Splonk.
Okay. I know what that is. Okay. Yes.
Iceland's population is so small that app developers created an app where you can check whether or not you're related to the person you're dating.
Thank the Lord. West Virginia could use that in real time, ASAP, ASAP.
Icelandic developers, we need you immediately.
Yeah.
And by immediately, I meant 70 years ago.
Oh my God.
Before there were apps. They're just like checking the town hall list of people.
Right.
And it's like, sorry, I'm Steve's son. Can't date me. Imagine having to check whether you're dating your sister or not on an app.
In America, we don't have to. We just go for it.
Yeah, there's enough people here to risk it.
Yeah.
Fact number 8. You are lazy.
So we're finally having this conversation, aren't we, Garrett?
Yes.
Okay.
Iceland.
How many gravy garnishes have you done, Seth?
This is not the place to come for encouragement, everybody.
I would not be surprised if it's somehow embedded in the middle of gravy garnish. You take a swipe or a dig at me. Fact number 8, you lying sack of crap. Fact number 9.
It happens, but you let it roll off your back like the water off of a duck.
I do. I take so much criticism every day. It doesn't matter.
But then when you do it to me, I say, no, hold on.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about this.
Yeah.
I am not absent-minded. Who are you?
Yeah. Yeah. You are fat and lazy. Hey, hold on. I'm not lazy.
You are lazy if you don't live in Iceland. Iceland has the longest work week at 45 hours minimum.
Oh my gosh.
So many people have to work much longer than 45 hours as a requirement of their job. However, to test the experiment of whether or not this is necessary, from 2015 to 2019, they actually conducted a nationwide reduction of hours to a 4-day work week. So they skipped right over 5 days.
How did that work, by the way? How did that work out?
They did it without without one single decrease in salary nationwide.
And they thought, and then went back to a 45-hour work week soon after, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh
Because
my
everything
gosh.
went back to normal in 2020 because there was nothing to freaking do.
Yeah. Well, you have to think, I'm sure their main export and stuff is like fishing and boats and everything else. So 45 hours actually makes a lot of sense.
They're like, we work for 9 months on a boat.
Yeah, COVID ain't getting us.
Yeah.
Remember the ending of World War Z? Remember where they all wanted to go? Okay,
Yeah.
that's us.
Yeah. In addition, 1 out of 10 Icelanders will publish a book sometime in their life. So
There are only 100 people on the island.
because there's no freaking people there.
There's nobody there.
When I finished this fact, I saw that like Iceland is like per capita, like they have the most things per capita of like all the other things, and I was like, I have to jump on Zoom because Seth just sent me a text.
Yeah.
So
I'm not shocked by any of that.
yeah, so there you go. The end.
All right, all you banter biscuits, if you guys are just as angry as I am that we completely glossed over the Icelandic puffin, please leave a like and subscribe. Please click that button whenever you can. Leave a 5-star review, and Garrett will make up for his crimes.
And don't you go endangered on me.
Were you trying to be Irish?
Aren't puffins endangered?
You'll find out.
Yeah. Take care, everyone.